No, I should talk about the NHS.
Oh, should we?
We should. We have to.
Great advice.
Yes. An NHS website has taken down a doctor's warning to avoid eating Easter eggs in one sitting.
Dare you. Dr. Andrew Kelso warned of the chocolate eggs' calorific value, which could contribute to, what a surprise, obesity, tooth decay and type 2 diabetes.
Who knew? Who knew? Kelso encouraged people to look after themselves this weekend, with fellow medical experts backing his cause.
Let's talk to dietitian Helen Bond, who joins us now. Helen, good to see you this morning. Is this sensible advice, or is this Big Brother taking the joy out of an Easter egg?
Well, Easter comes once a year, and chocolate and Easter tend to go hand in hand together. Now, of course, I wouldn't advocate eating a whole Easter egg in one sitting and grazing on Easter eggs, those mini eggs, all throughout the day. But of course, you know, special occasions like today are one of life's great pleasures, and it is balancing nutrition, moderation, pleasure, and, you know, that is all part of it. So the odd Easter egg, the breaking off a chunk of an Easter egg, or the odd piece of cinnamon cake is not going to damage our health overall. It's about moderation in general.
Because you've agreed with Dr. Kelso in saying you wouldn't advocate eating an Easter egg in one sitting. Now, I don't know when you last had an Easter egg, Helen, but it's hard to not eat one in one sitting. I mean, there's about as much chocolate in an Easter egg as there is in a chocolate bar.
Well, there's so many different types of Easter eggs on offer. You can see them in the supermarkets, and at this time of the year, the house is full of Easter eggs, from mini eggs to individually wrapped eggs to super large eggs. And of course, if you choose one of the larger eggs, they can contain about 2,000 calories, which is a whole day's calorie intake in one sitting. Not also that they are high in saturated fat, which is not good news for our cholesterol levels, and they're high in free sugars, the type of sugars we should be cutting down for the sake of our weight and also our overall health. So, of course, I'm not going to be advocating eating that. But breaking off a chunk of Easter egg is absolutely fine. Like I said, it's balancing nutrition, moderation and pleasure. So that's absolutely fine.
Helen, do we really need to be told that sitting down and eating a load of chocolate in one go is bad for us? I mean, they are treating us like we're idiots, aren't they?
Well, I don't actually like labelling any food as good as bad, and we have good and bad diets. And I think if you're eating well 80% of the time, of course, you're allowed to have those indulgent treats 20% of the time. And who doesn't love chocolate? I mean, chocolate does have a little bit of nutrition in there, you know, things like phosphorus and magnesium, and even white, milk chocolate has a bit of calcium. But of course, there's much more beneficial foods out there that you'll get these nutrients from. But chocolate's one of those few foods that actually melts at mouthfeel. So when you actually take it in, enjoy the actual chocolate eating occasion. Enjoy the texture, the feel and the mouthfeel. And often if you actually go over to the dark side and have some more dark chocolate, it actually has a higher polyphenol content, which our gut microbes will love. And you tend to kind of satisfy those sweet cravings with much less chocolate, which is also good news. And so I always say, you know, look at your portion size. Don't go for those extra large eggs. Maybe choose an individual sized egg, or put a little bowl of mini eggs together, and then you're much more mindful of how much you're eating rather than grazing the whole day throughout the day on a big large chocolate egg.
Helen, just very quickly, sorry, I'll have to ask this. Is there a healthy alternative? If you're not going to have an Easter egg this Easter Sunday, what should you eat instead?
An Easter carrot.
That's the point.
All foods can be part of a balanced diet. It's just how much we're eating and how often that we're eating. And a lot of this obviously comes down to weight and also our health, heart health. And obviously calories are important, but it's also the nutritional quality of our diets. And actually new nutrition research by the nutrition focused mobile app Yazio has shown that, 66% of us actually want to eat better. We want to look after our weight. And it's about making those small steady changes in our diet to actually control our weight overall.
Helen, really good to see you this morning. Thank you very much. I mean, it is very sensible advice. The idea is, if you don't stuff your face with chocolate every day. But if it's Easter and you don't normally eat a lot of chocolate, that's the thing. If you're quite healthy in the week, Easter, well, treat yourself.
It's the fun piece, sucking the joy out of Easter bunny.
Yeah, but you've got to be sensible. But I do think Dr. Kelso clearly has got enough money in his pocket that he just thinks everyone's buying these massive, great Easter eggs. Most people are buying the ones for £2.
Yeah.
for the kids, which, I mean, there's nothing in them.
They're just empty in the middle. It's like, you know, it doesn't actually count at all,
It's like
really.
2 mouthfuls.
Yeah.
The way I eat them. So there you go. Anyway.
Well, I'm not going to go there. Don't
Everything
go there, Dawn.
Everything in moderation.